I'll just say a little bit about the International Union of Superiors General and why this initiative. First of all, the union was founded on the last day of the Vatican Council. And the idea was to establish an organization where the leaders of female religious congregations worldwide could meet together, could meet and exchange, and could also be represented at various fora and meet officially, say, for example, with Vatican dicasteries. Also, one of the aims of the UISG was to look together at problems or issues of common concern across the world, where sisters and the leaders in particular could take action and focus. And so within the last, I suppose those 2,000 leaders represent over 500,000 Catholic sisters. 600,000 is the figure often given now. And therefore, there are many sisters we know who are involved in the ministry of working with migrants in different parts of the world. It's a ministry which over the past number of years, obviously because of need, sisters more and more and their congregations are making choices either to work with organizations who are focused on helping and accompanying and seeking human rights for migrants, but also at the grassroots level in accompanying those who are migrating. And therefore, in 2015, on the 50th anniversary of the founding of UISG, the Executive Council decided to establish an initiative in Sicily to help and work with migrants, to help the local church. It was known as the Sicily Project. It was an inter-congregational initiative. In other words, sisters from different religious congregations formed community in 3 and then to become 4 locations. So in Agrigento, in Ramacca, in Caltanissetta, and eventually in Lampedusa. The idea was that the sisters would be a bridge, working with them, welcoming the migrants, but helping the local community with integration and also with the very practical things that were needed. As policy changed and as the migrants were no longer coming directly to Sicily, a community was opened up in Lampedusa. 2 weeks ago, I was in Lampedusa with the sisters who are based there. I think every time I go to Lampedusa and I see these small boats, and I wonder, how did anybody cross the Mediterranean in those boats? And then we see the horrors of tragedies, whether it's off the coast of Greece or off the coast of Italy or Spain or in other parts of the world. And we're also aware of the building of walls and barriers to prevent people from entering. I remember years ago meeting a young Bulgarian man, and he said to me, when the communists were here, I couldn't get out. Now that the communists are gone, I can't get in. So in a sense, we're looking at the movement of people across the world, and obviously young people and people in general seek a better life for themselves and their families. I spent some years in South Sudan, and therefore I saw the horrors of war and what the lack of opportunity in the new country of South Sudan, the kind of the push factors which push people into migration. So as sisters, we see this whole area of migration as something that calls us to take a prophetic stance. We talk about being prophetic as part of our vowed life. Being prophetic is speaking out where needs must, and especially where no one is speaking. In addition, we see our role is to help those who are suffering to speak themselves, to help to give them a space and a voice. And so it's why this initiative and this particular dialogue on migration is very important today. As we reflected on the work of sisters worldwide, we saw the need to begin to form an international network of sisters working with migrants so that we could work with you. There are so many experts in this room. We bring a certain expertise, but we bring a lived experience of being close to people who are suffering, and also of accompanying, as you do, people in crisis. So it's my hope today that together, as partners, as collaborators, that we can find ways both today and into the future to see how we can tackle this grave human injustice and safeguard the lives of people. I'm particularly thinking of young people. I talked to many in Sicily who said to me, I had no education, I've had no job. I just want a chance to live a full human life. And so on their behalf, we're gathered here today with all the experience and the insight that you bring and the knowledge, the analysis, the expertise. So I welcome you in the name of the UISG. Thank you for being with us today, and I look forward to a very productive day. I will be here for part of the day. Unfortunately, I can't bilocate, but you'll excuse me when I slip away. Beside me is Sister Mary John. We work together in the leadership of UISG, but we're so grateful to have you as partners and as collaborators today. Thank you.